Alright, guys, this is Tim again, back with another episode of Calculator Programming. And I think today I want to make portals. And you're like, what are you talking about, portals? What do you mean portals? I mean portals like the game Portal, like portals like for Zelda. The game like that we were making in episode 1. Where I was making it, Zelda. Remember? So let's start off. Let's just start from scratch with showing people, because what we're going to do is we're just going to make a little portal engine really quick. So we're just going to start just to work on the portals, just to see how we want to do it. Let's just start from scratch and with a little mover guy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at coordinates 4, 4, and then I'm going to make an infinite loop, and then I'm going to go ahead and check to see if I'm pressing up, down, left, or right. So we're going to store get key into G, and then we're going to say repeat G, and then get key store as G again, and then we're going to end that. And so what this does is this we'll see if we get a key, and if it's 0, well, then this loop won't even happen. But if it's not 0, then we'll just do this loop until we do press something. So, and the problem is that if we store 0 into it, then we'd have to do the loop anyway. So you might as well just store get key into it instead of 0, I guess. It's probably quicker that way, because then you don't have to go through the loop if somebody already pressed something. So, I guess. I can't remember if there was a problem that I had actually when you stored 0 into it or something anyway. But you'd have to store 0 into it anyway, otherwise you'd just be stuck with whatever the last thing you pressed. So this is usually how I do it. I just do get key stores G, and then I do a loop, and then just do get key stores G again. So we're going to say if G equals 20. Now remember how the arrows work if it's 24, 25, 26, and 34. So 24 means we're going to go left, so x minus 1 stores x. If G equals 25, then we're going to do y minus 1 stores y, because remember, y coordinates start with 1 at the top and 8 at the bottom, so it increases as you go down. If G equals 26, then we're going to do x plus 1 stores x, and if G equals 34, then y plus 1 store as y. And then let's go ahead and output yx space here, and an output our theta here. So when we run portals, we can move around. Now I can't go off the edge of the screen, otherwise that will be an error. And I didn't clear the screen or anything like that, because I'm just doing this quickly. But I'm trying to think here. My calculator is sliding around so much, And it's because I'm doing this on kind of on a little, let me think here for a second. I want to get like a little cloth or something. Maybe like a tie, I don't know. Something to keep it from sliding around. Just something. That might help. Okay, so not trying to make the calculator slide around too much for you guys. Oh, now it wobbles. Now it wobbles. So, and the light kind of reflects too. Boy, we're having a lot of fun, aren't we? Hold on a second. That is really... I don't know if that's too dark. It's out of focus, but I don't know if it's too dark. Might be too dark. But at least it's not too bright. So, I'm just going to go ahead and remove the... Boy, I'm having fun today, aren't I? Okay, so. Portals. How are we going to do portals? Well, I want to make it so that when you touch, basically when you touch a certain square, I could make it so that if you touch a certain square, you teleport. So for example, okay, let's say there was like a dot right here. And when I touch it, it just teleports me to another dot. And then it's just like, okay, I am here now. Right? But then to teleport back, I have to like touch it again. The problem with that is it's more like a teleporter, position. But that doesn't match the idea that I had, which was actual portals. And actual portals means that you go past a certain point to move into another point. Kind of like how I go off the top of the screen and it automatically kind of teleports me to the bottom of the screen. That is like a portal. That is what I'm talking about right there. The problem with that is that I have to make sure that I'm doing that in a way that is both fast and makes sense. So, and it's hard to get things performance. It's extremely hard to get good performance on it in TI Basic. So I'm gonna think about this for a second. So let's say, and I have to be able to draw it, and everything we draw is like in full characters. So it's kind of silly, right? But let's say we have a portal to the right of me that when I walk into it, it teleports me to the left, right? So we can try doing something like that. I mean, if we want, we could output, let's see, set 4, 9, and then let's put like a vertical bar of some sort, maybe. What is a vertical bar? I know, like, okay, so if I want a horizontal bar, I would use the minus sign. For sure. That is definitely a good thing to do. Vertical bar, I haven't really thought of it. There's brackets. Let's try brackets. I kind of, even though... The funny thing about brackets is, like, we might be able to walk on them or just treat them as though they're walls, unless we're moving, like, into them. So it could be, like, part of a wall, but it's a portal. So, for for here, I could say like, okay, 4 comma 9. Okay, great. That's one of them. 4 comma 3. And then let's put like let's put something like that. Let's try this. Yeah, so if I move to the right from here, boom. Instead of me going and hitting that thing and erasing it, you know, I come out here. You get what I'm saying? So if my coordinates so really the real portal is in front of it, but it's what I'd call a right portal, I guess. So the real portal is 4, 8. And the exit is 4, 4, we'll say. So 4, 8 and 4, 4 are the real portal checkpoints that we're looking for, in a way. Because so basically we either have to check that if we're in 4, 8 and then we move right, or we have to check that if we just moved to 4, 9, where did we move from? Did we move right? Or do we have our last coordinates and was it 4, 8? Like, how are we going to do that? And I think one way we could do, I think it doesn't matter how we do it as long as it is everything works out. So 4, 8 and 4, 4, I could check those, right? So so where are we moving right? We're moving right here, right? So if yeah, here we go. So we have an else. If x equals 8 and y equals 4, then we're just going to say x equals ooh. We did it! Okay, we made one direction for the portal. Yeah. And we could do this. We could store this into, like, you know, we could store it into like into a matrix to keep track of what, you know, what we need. Hold on, let me think about this for a second. So let's do the moving left. So if we're doing this, we have to change it to an if then end. Okay. But we're adding another if. So if then else end inside of that, which this one checks to see if we are in the 4, 4 position. So if x equals 4 and y equals 4, then we're just going to change our x to be 8. Okay, so look, now we can go around, we can go in circles, we can say like, woohoo, we're going to go down, up, around, but as soon as I go left into here, I teleport on the right. Okay, and as soon as I go right into there, I teleport on the left. So we have ourselves a portal. Of course, if I go down from here, I'll erase it, and the portal will still be there. So I can erase erase it and it's still there. But we can make it into a wall or something so that it doesn't, you know, we can't walk on top of it or something like that. So that's kind of cool. I remember that when we did Zelda, we couldn't just redraw the entire screen because it was too processor intensive to do that. But what we could do, I kind of prefer to keep, for the most part, if you want it to be quick with TI Basic at least, you would want all the portals to be kind of on the same screen. Of course, if I was doing JavaScript or something like that, we could just redraw the entire screen all the time, however much we wanted, and we could put portals all over the place, no matter how far they were, you know. But here, you know, we can make little puzzles and little maps and things like that. And yeah, portals. We can add another one too. To be on the right side of the screen. Let's see here. So I'm going to add, so I'm going to output 4, 3. Okay, so let's put one in the right down here. Let's make it y equals 8 and x equals 15. And then we'll make it face kind of to the left. And then we'll put another one up here. And we'll change it. We'll make it y equals 2 and x equals 14. And we'll make it face. We'll make it face to the right. Okay. So we have 8, 15, and 2, 14. 8, 14, and 2, 15. So if I'm 8, 14 going to the right, okay. Oh. Here we go. If, then, else, and. So if x equals 14 and y equals 8, then let's take a look at here again. So if we're 8, 14 going to the right, then we want to be 4, 4. Okay. Right. Okay. And then what was the other one? 8, 14. Okay. And then 2, 15 going to the left. Here we go. If y equals 2 and x equals 15, then else, And I always keep my else's ends and thens matched. I always do them atomically, which means I make them all together or I delete them all together. That way that they're kind of, correct then how they match up with each other. And that means in here we have to make it so we need to make it 4, 8, I think. Then 4, 8. Okay, so 4 stores Y. 8 stores X. Right? And then, let's see, 4 left. 14. Okay, 14. Okay. Okay, and then 4, 9. Right. 2, 15. 2, 15. Where? 4, 8, right, 2, 15. Right, okay, so stores X. Okay, so let's try what I just did here. So I'm going to move around and I'm going to walk to the right and boom. Dang. Now watch this. Boom. Yeah. Now watch this. Boom. Yeah. Boom. See what I did there? So what I did was I connected, instead of these two portals being connected to each other, I actually connected them. Boom. I connected these two together and those two together as a pair. So now every time you go into this one, you can come out into, into a room or whatever. You can even make like a house or something with this. And whenever you walk into here, boom, you're going to come out of that portal. So now we're like, yay, portals, portals. No, I want to go back in this loop. Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, yeah. And of course, we can't walk off the edges with the way I programmed this, and I can't walk into the portal like it's a wall, but that's, that's just something we could add. We just have to figure out how to, measure for performance and things like that. Now, what we could do is we could add memory to this and actually make it so that we can generate random portals with our maps. So every time you go to a new map, it would randomly generate like a new kind of puzzle or something like that. Now, that would take time, and to actually make it, intelligently sort of designed in such a way that you have some puzzle that you can solve, but it's not trivial and things like that. And because it already takes time just to generate just the, even if it has a map saved, it takes time just to even draw that. So yeah, performance is a tricky thing here, but there we go. We got portals working, and that, yeah, that's all I want to do for that for now. So if we want to kind of put together something more complicated later, I might try to do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. See you later.